Alright, welcome back from the weekend. Didn't really get up to much over the weekend. A couple of car things, met up with some friends and whatnot, and I managed to find a power steering pump for my Integra, so I'll be attaching that on today and we'll see if that one fixes the actual issue, because I just keep, every issue I have, I just go back to Google, keep on going back to Google, and I just try different things. So this is for me, well, for me specifically, this is what it's like having a car. So project cars are fun stuff. I'm not too sure if you guys like watching me do things or not, so let me know what type of format suits you guys. But in the meantime, I learned this trick. My dad taught me this trick when I was younger. 2 spanners works like a breaker bar. So put it on, put one head on, and on the opposite ring, you pull it and you latch it on, and it acts like a breaker bar. There you go. Like I said, should end up looking something like that. I'm pretty sure other people know that trick. Alright, just take off all the bolts. I'll take off all the pumps later. Or maybe I should take it off now. That's that. Little bit of leak. Alright, and we've got 2 bolts that hold the power steering together. Leaking hose. Just get this out, or hopefully without it leaking too much onto the car. Yeah, I've got to run in those. I've got to edit all those sniffles out. Maybe I should just turn up the noise reducer. The sniffles disappear. Alright, cool. I've upped it. Hopefully, no more sniffles. So we're just going to take it easy, one step at a time, and hopefully things work out in our favor. Hopefully. If not, I just bought myself a spare power steering pump. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. And this is pretty bloody filthy. Should have degreased it. I'm gonna actually degrease it. You know, close up all the holes and I'll degrease it first, because it's quite messy. And that's my fault for being lazy. Hello to my friends. Lucky we put some degrees the other day. Ignore his neck. He's got a ulcer on his neck, or something that explodes every now and then. By the way, his name's Buster. I got him as a rescue dog. Very, very loyal. So if anyone's out in the market for dogs or puppies, look for a rescue dog. They appreciate it more. Alright, I think that's a good enough clean. That's that. That's that. Alright, cool. a little bit less gunky. A comment on the video saying that these coolant hoses will wear down due to fuel and oils and whatnot. So clearly I've got some people looking out for me, so I do appreciate it. So this doesn't actually line up properly. See? And see? I don't know. And this one's completely different. So I think I have a few spares. God damn it. It'll take some time for all the fluid to get into the pump and circulate properly, so I'll give some time and then I'll top it up and I'll test that if we still have that same noise coming out of the power steering. So I turned off the car and just started rotating it left to right. I think I've got air in the system, so I read somewhere that the engine actually should be off. Engine should actually be off, so I'm trying that and see if that fixes the problem. I'm kind of out of breath because just turning the steering wheel back and forth with the engine off is I'm not young anymore. Because I'm old now, brute force isn't on my side anymore. So now I literally have to work smarter, not harder. So got the jack out. At least that way I could bleed the power steering fluid a little bit easier. 30 to 40. There's the belt. There's the belt. The power steering feels better, but it's just bubbly. Alright, super safe to say that I don't think it's the pump. If anything, sounds like the pump sounded worse, but all the noise is coming from the rack. So out comes the rack, I guess. Just damn it. Look, same crap, literally, after the pump was changed. Yeah, so that belt is like probably rooted with all the oils and stuff that I've dropped on it. So that probably needs to go. But I can't see anything at the moment. Maybe. Alright, listen to this. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Just spilling out of the lid. So, yes, this way. Pretty sure that concludes our discovery for today because there is something wrong. I don't think it's the pump. Can't be the pump. Because the sound is, there is a sound coming from the rack, so I don't really remember any of my other cars sounding like that. And I've got my tune booked in for the 17th, so this car needs things happening ASAP. So I know I said I'll do it and stuff like that, but mentally I've had enough of this whole steering rack thing. So alright, off it goes. Sorry guys, I tried to tell myself that I could do it. So I was contemplating throwing this out because the head's broken, but it's such a good tripod. This, I've had it for like 10 years. Such a good tripod that I'm going to try to fix it. So I'm going to keep that on the side and we'll just place that right there. Keep it right there. Alright, so prepping the car, getting everything buttoned up, and we're going to make the drive down to Hoppers Stoppers because my tow truck guy, he's busy today and I don't have much days left. Think about it, today's like the 29th, 28th, 24th, something like that. And I have until the 17th to get this car, I have before the 17th to get this car up and running and ready to go for the tune, because that's booked in, and when I that's a non-negotiable. So we'll get this car off the Hopper Stoppers for them to resolve the power steering issue, because like I said, it could be the rack, could be something else, couldn't be anything else, but it could be the rack. So what we're going to do is send that off and hopefully they can resolve it quickly and hopefully not too expensive. So I'm not really set up for these adventures yet. So look at my setup at the moment. That's for the drive, just so I can talk to you guys and for you guys to get footage. So I really hope you guys appreciate it. And if this works, then awesome. If it doesn't work, I tried, okay? You can't say I didn't try to give you guys the best POV. POV? First person, second person? Best type of angle shot as possible, okay? I'm trying. Alright guys, let's go. Hopefully, you guys can see everything. Hopefully we have no problems driving the car either. And hopefully I have enough fuel. Alright, just gonna squirt right over there. The car looks sick right now. Make sure don't go over 4,000. That's what Henry has said. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me adjust the mic. Make it closer to my mouth. Alright. It's like 2,000 and I can hear it spooling. So close off the wind noise for you guys. Adjust my mirrors. Should have done this before. It's sputtering. Kilometers at 2,000 RPMs at the moment. When holding speed, it doesn't like it. Maybe I'm low on fuel. I think I'm low on fuel. So I'll pull into a service station and I'll pour some 98. So that way, at least I know that one issue is sorted. don't know. Problem is, I don't know how I'm gonna pay it. My phone's attached to the windscreen. I'm gonna have to set it up again for you guys. So, like I said, driving, sick. I'm not too sure what noises you guys can hear besides non-stop rattling. I was just trying to think through the checklist of the car of what I've done to it, and 100% there's gearbox oil. I've got footage of it, so just trying to figure out what else is there. I'm low on fuel. I'm low on fuel. I don't even know I'm gonna make it. Hopefully, just go coast it to the lights. I've got a unregistered vehicle permit, so not ideal, but I had to. Oh. Something's off. No way I was doing 80. Yeah, something's off with the speedometer. So that's not real. No way that was 80. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I'll probably put in $30. This car, probably 10 litres, 15 litres. Let's do 20 litres because it's going to go for a tune after this. So maybe I'll drive it to the tuners. I don't think so. I did apply for a permit to go 23 days or something. So maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't, but might as well just pay for it up front. If it's only going to be a couple extra bucks, 20, 30 bucks. It's not really extra, but... Ooh. Yep, fuel lights on. So hopefully I'll make it into the... Alright, we're here at BP. We made it. Alright. We're here. We're here. Open the fuel flap. I hope it works. Alright, had some trouble at the petrol station. I can understand that. I've got no number plates or anything like that, but like the communication was just horrible. She was just telling me, she was doing hand signals. And I was just like, I don't understand anything that she's saying. And eventually I got in, she's like, oh, you can prepay. I'm like, okay, I'll prepay. She's like, how much? I'm like, for 20 litres. She's like, no, you have to give me a cost value. I'm like, all right, this girl's not making things easy for me, so all in all, or maybe I'm just being picky, I'm not too sure. All right, let's go. I can imagine my engine bay with power steering fluid everywhere. All right, getting fuel, still sputtering. Maybe it's my TPS. That's the only thing I can think of. It being... It's my TPS. Yeah, the only thing I can think of this issue is probably my TPS. So I don't remember having this problem the other day. Maybe I'm driving it too soft. Maybe I have to drive it harder. Alright, so far, less vibrations, that's for sure, but there is a sputtery between on the gas, so I'll recalibrate the TPS once this is all over, and maybe that will cause the drivability to be a little bit better, because when I'm on the gas, going through the gears on the gas, it feels great, but when I'm just barely touching the gas pedal, it begins to sputter. It's just struggling, and maybe it's my foot, maybe it's the sensitivity that I'm not used to anymore, maybe it's a number of maybe my speedo is right. This is faster. If my speedo is right, then this car is stupidly fast. Because before it said I was doing 80. I couldn't imagine me doing 80. Not the way I drive. Gearbox feels better. Deceleration feels better, no clunking. I just want to get a grip of green lights. I'm just stopping and starting over and over again. Hopefully no cop troubles. Doesn't matter, I've got the permit, but I just don't want any cop troubles in general. Whoever sees me on the road, can't wait for them to post up photos of, who the hell's this guy? I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember where the shop is. I think it's in Nevada. I'll see, roughly around there, 4th gear. I think it's in Nevada. Maybe it's in Nevada. I think it is Nevada. Yep, Nevada. I just don't know how I'm gonna get in. Didn't car stalled. I'll just park in the parking lot and I'll leave my keys here. Hopefully I'm not killing my clutch too much. Oh my god, no power steering. Alright, we made it. Success. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that horrible experience. The car is at my go-to shop for any local stuff that I can't do. Hoppers stoppers. Hit them up. Like I said, we'll see what with the car. See what they can do with this car, and hopefully it is just a rack issue. And this is how I was driving it. I wonder if anyone was staring at me, all funny looking. Alright, there's that side, there's this side. The car needs way more low. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my partner to come pick me up. So, and I have been contemplating going 16 inches, but I can't. I've committed to 4 stud. So once I drop the car, I reckon I'll be happy with it. Drop the car, big meaty tires, probably 245s, 235s. Ah, she's here, perfect. All right, see you guys. I got a friend dropping by. He's gonna borrow the ECU. So just for peace of mind, I just signed it, just in case. All right, and then the only thing left to do is to maybe work on that, or work on that guy. Anyways, I'll tell you what I went through yesterday. I'll tell you what I was working on yesterday. I still haven't thrown my creeper out. It's coming in handy. But I do have a burn pile that I'm building that will eventually get burned. So yesterday I went to the AMX to ask about the chain, because my master link, my original master link in my other video, didn't fit my new chain. So I went there and I'm asking, hey, I never got a master link. And he's like, you should have got one in the box. And anyways, they didn't have any spare stock, which, lucky for me, meant that I went home and I checked the box properly and I found my master link. It was at the bottom. So what I'll do next time is I'll shake boxes to make sure whatever I need, whatever that's still left in the box, comes out. The more I look at it, well, the welds look even worse when they're painted black. Like, way worse. I could go over it with the TIG welder and smooth it out, because I'm confident my welding for TIG is a lot better than my welding for MIG. So, but I'm not going to do that. That's just another thing that doesn't need doing. So I'll be fitting on my chain, and hopefully we really can't even look at the other car. I'm short batteries. That's why I just attached this link to the main chain. It's filthy because of all dog fur, so I've got to wipe that down with a mystery rag. I have rags everywhere because I haven't cleaned things properly yet. I think I should just get a brush and then just clean it off with a brush and some more oil. But anyways, let's get this out of the packet and see if I even lined it up if I've cut it in the right position. And then what I've learned about these master links is they are millimeters to spec. So what the person told me at AMX was, you actually have to have the exact same chain. You have to have this known brand chain to actually fit it, otherwise they won't fit. Didn't know that. So it's a snug fit, that's for sure. All right. Pretty sure the first time I did it, I measured it pretty good. It's a little bit tight, but that's perfect. That is perfect. It'll slip on perfect like that. All right, we have our master link on. Let's see if we can get that in focus. Master link on. And then I'm gonna tension up the motor. I think that's enough play. I can just leave that, because as long as it doesn't pop off, I think I can just tighten that. And it shouldn't go anywhere. So I'm gonna do that. So what I've learned is, because this has no rear suspension, I did it relatively quite stiff. So it's not too stiff, but it does have a droop. So hopefully that's enough. If it's not, let me know please. And I think that's it for today's adventure. Hopefully the car comes back with better news, and I'll get those parts that I've ordered in the mail. So we'll have a lot more mail times coming. Right, see you guys. Mondays and Tuesdays will be short. Like, I'd say 2 to 3 hours later, after dropping off my car, Duncan at Hopper Stoppers emailed me back saying that he's resolved the problem with my car. So you can see in the message he's saying that I've clearly a me error on the car, and I'll drop by tomorrow and see if it's all done. to me, it seems a little bit too simple. I'm skeptical whether or not it's actually fixed. But, man, that was fast. So I'll update you guys tomorrow.